problem right now. I'm so pissed. Damn it.
Praying for Erica.
Oh, he was first name basis.
As I hear and listen to Holy Spirit, I'm listening to God.
You sure that's him?
Why was he deemed so dangerous?
This is why I don't want to talk when I cry. I'm gonna be honest, because it just sounds crazy, bro. Like, I listen, I understand you hurt, brother. You know what I'm saying? But, like, sometimes you just gotta be quiet and wait for your voice to settle in again. Because it's like, damn, dude, you mad shaky. Your voice got cerebral palsy. Oh, shit, no! Look at the color of his shoes! This is disguise. He came in with a disguise. He said, all I need is an America shirt. Governor Cox.
Mason, I want to thank you.
First name Spencer? See, the bad thing about law enforcement, whenever they want help from the public, they have to give information on the suspect, his appearance. So at this stage, he could have shaved his head. Like, all we saw from bro, I don't know if facial recognition software is getting any info out of those images that they saw. Like, when you put this information out there, it gives him all the opportunity in the world to change up his appearance in mad ways. Go back to conducting himself like a regular member of society if he chose or if he sees fit. I thought they'd have something by now, I'm gonna be honest. I thought they would have more than that.
Okay? I am Charlie.
It's time we rise.
Bro, you wearing that fucking cross like a choker, gang. What are we talking about? Just the Confederate flag is your shit?
Lace up your fucking combat boots, boys.
As someone that's afraid of being sniped, has this triggered you, Sean?
I mean, not if this is the competition. They making TikToks talking about let's lace up boys. Where are you going? You got LA on your throat. Here's the thing, too, that's so insane. This nigga's name is Dustin. This is the thing that's so insane about this whole situation is that niggas have been waiting for an opportunity to have a main character moment. I genuinely don't think any of them give a fuck about any of this. They've just been waiting to feel seen. Yesterday, in a violent act of cowardice, and what is this music, gang? God, bro. How has it been this long and you still haven't grown out the back of your shit? You've had years to fill the rest of the gaps in your head, and you just chose not to on purpose. Like, you kept with the sky top shit. This is worse than sky top or high top warrior. This is, I don't know what build this is. You got 6 braids on the top of your shit and you just said fuck it. Also, I love how it says it'll be donated but doesn't say to where. All I do know is whoever this guy that did this, whenever they find you, gang, you better hope they don't find you. Cause bruh, they gonna do you like them niggas did that auntie on the end of Weapons. Oh my god, y'all remember that cartoon where they thought dude was doing blackface and then they literally ripped him apart and then start eating him? Bro, you better pray to God they don't find you. On Jesus, you better be out this country. I'm not even trolling. They gonna do you dirt. Whoever did that, from the image that we saw, my man's was dressed specifically like he was wearing a disguise. I'm not even trolling. A long sleeve tee with an American flag on the front. That shit just don't happen. I've never seen a full blood right winger dressed like that in my life with Converse on his feet. Mannequin fits. Yeah, he came in like Agent 47. He's not one of them. Unironically, have a long sleeve black tee with an American flag on the front ever in life. I didn't even know they made shirts like that. Had no idea. With skinny jeans and some Chuck Taylors on the bottom of his feet, bedazzled. Okay, Tom. Trash. Come on, dude. Be honest with yourself. Let me look at the comments, though. I'm from the UK and my heart... yeah, I'm not even about to continue reading. The fuck? As soon as I heard UK, yeah, it's over with. There's no way a nigga that's dressed like this is allowed into their little posse, their little rally. You gotta see this coming from a mile away. And he looks very young. He probably, like, look at the back of his neck. That's like 23-year-old neck max. That's not looking good for that guy.
Mother fucking animals! You!
Chat, we can fix her. Hold on. We just need a little retainer. And then at the same time, if you just put on a COVID mask, there's so many portrayals. Wait, what? I'm just saying there's portrayals here. You're missing the whole point of the situation. You dead ass missing the whole point of this shit.
Fucking animals.
Bro, she's literally not even believable right now. Like, number one, this is already porn acting, but it's not bad porn acting though. I never seen no shirt like this in my entire fucking life with the eagle on it, an eagle on front of it, with the flag behind in the background, land of the free, home of the brave. Really? There's no way niggas fell for this. I do worry this could spawn a few Kyle Rittenhouse cosplayers trying to assault or kill minorities now. The issue with Kyle Rittenhouse was that he literally went out of his way to go interact with an ongoing conflict so he could, you know what I'm saying, quote unquote, exercise his rights. In this instance, there's no reason for black people to be protesting. There's no reason for us to be, you know, up in arms about really anything in relation to Charlie Kirk's incident. And so the only way that we would have any type of interaction with that particular side is if they decided that they wanted to protest. But who are they going to protest against when the people in their political affiliation actually have the power right now? There's no reason for them to protest shit. So they just kind of have to be mad. That's the problem. Like, when you're not being victimized and you don't like when something happens, you literally, especially when you're already in a political advantageous space, it's like you don't have to do anything. You get to sit on social media and make these videos like condemning the other side for not feeling bad that somebody on your side got, you know, blown to fucking smithereens, and that's it. You get to go to sleep, wake up, you know what I'm saying, next day, same shit as the day before. Like, you good. There's no reason for them to march. There's no reason for them to do anything. Well, the right-wing voices are pushing to silence opposing voices, saying this happened due to the left dehumanizing Charlie, apparently. But you got to understand that these things would have happened no matter what. They don't have to go and push for this because of this. This was already the plan for them no matter what. If Charlie happened to be taken out as a way for that to be like a higher up on a priority list, then I guess cool for them. But they were going to try to do those things anyway. Anybody feigning ignorance over this situation, acting like Charlie just has this happen out of nowhere, I just feel like, bro, are you brain dead? Like, why are you purposely missing the point? Now, that doesn't mean that because we've got nothing to do with this, that you won't still be dragged into it. But it's going to be it's going to be so much more difficult for someone to try to drag you into the conversation without looking like a blatant racist. People have been able to get by with some of the things that they've said before by being quote unquote articulate or trying to make points out of what they feel to be accurate statistics. That make a lot of their intentions a lot more covert. But in this instance, the way he went out after everything that he said, his last words, where he got hit, after everything that he said, hey, life has made me a fool before. I welcome it. I don't know everything. I'm just saying what I believe to be most and least likely. Nick Fuentes fans were harassing Charlie Kirk because they thought he wasn't racist enough. Yeah, but nobody takes them serious, though. Like, I've yet to even see what a Nick Fuentes fan looks like. Now, I know you think that they might not, but I feel like he is appealing to people that, like, forum dwelling. They sit on the internet. Like, they're not, like, active participants in society or anything like that. That's what I feel. I know I'm wrong, but I just can't envision someone walking around with Nick Fuentes rhetoric in their mind and also being an active member and social. I can't imagine that. Yeah, he's just a clown, bro. So even though I could say way worse, that's just not who I am in my core. Some shit still make me uncomfortable to say, you know what I mean? And I just wouldn't speak that way about people in general. But you're not gonna catch me on here policing niggas for what they do say. If it's something funny, I'ma laugh no matter what. I don't give a fuck. I hate when like tragedy occurs and obvious tragedy occurs, and there needs to be the people that come out to be like, guys, a tragedy just occurred. No shit, my nigga.
I'm gonna make this last.
You crying with audio this clear?
I'm gonna take some time off.
Hella brave. I'm gonna take some time off. It's hilarious. I told y'all not to leave the house for fear of whatever retaliatory attempts may be made as a result of this from one side. And this nigga said, I'm gonna just take some time off just cause. Meanwhile, some of y'all are telling me I have to go to class, I have to go to work, I have to attend this, I have to attend that. I'm gonna just take some time off. He's so brave, isn't he?
Fan.
I don't want to do this shit. I don't want to do TikTok. This is why I don't want to do TikTok. What the fuck is this? What is going on, man? I'm in the middle of tearing up, talking about gun violence and tragedy, and niggas are putting a sombrero or a cap with a fucking mustache on my shit. How can you even do that? Does he have any consent on whether or not that happens? Is it just an automatic thing? Please, please, please get this off my screen.
I want you to support me. He wants to end gun violence. Then you are contradicting your values to their core
Oh my God, man.
if you celebrate it.
This like, bruh.
And if you see anybody celebrating it, happy with it,
And I'll touch that.
okay with it,
It's going down in here. I'm with the money team.
please call them out.
I thought he was about to say call the cops. How old is bro? Early 20s, late teens type vibe? Early 20s type vibe? How of a following does he have? Because to be fair, like, out of age, I'll have a little bit of consideration for these thoughts, but out of, like, following and influence, like, nah, you don't get to be wrong at this size. I'm not gonna completely come down on him because of his age, but you also don't get to be, like, this wrong when you this big.
Oh, that is still a human, a person that I met, that I spoke with, had conversation and debate with. That is somebody who has kids, somebody who has a life.
Wait, they put wings on him? What are you talking? Bro, this is why you can't even, like, bro, look at the medium and where you're trying to have this conversation, all for the sake of earning revenue while you're talking about the subject. You look fucking insane right now. If this meant this much, you do something like, I don't know, create longer form, more considerate content so you don't have to be given perspective in real time to a point where you feel like you need to take a break from talking to your camera about someone getting gunned down. You quite literally can turn off your live and come back with a more sensible, less emotionally driven response. The fuck are we doing, man? Look, I don't even have to think about it from that. Even if they gave some type of respect to George Floyd, it still wouldn't change the way the rhetoric from Charlie Kirk. That's what you gotta understand. Like, even if the right were better and they were more moral, I still would not feel bad about Charlie Kirk. They could have done everything right during George Floyd. They could have done everything right in terms of trying to understand quote unquote black people to an extent. In regards to Charlie Kirk, I'm not gonna feel bad for somebody like that. I'm not. The situation is tragic. Who it happened around and in front of is tragic. And it's another reminder that Americans specifically are never safe in this country when there isn't any type of advocacy for gun control, no matter what. But his ideas, no. You're not gonna bully niggas into making you. Everybody does not deserve your tears or your compassion. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You do at some point have to pay attention to the way life is lived to have compassion for said life. You do. That matters. That matters. I know you want to live in this utopia where no matter what, every life lost is a lost, or every life lost is a loss, but it's not. And you cannot expect everybody to feel that way because they, what do you say? Try to objectively identify the type of people that they're supposed to mourn. Sorry, bro. Like, that's just not how it's gonna go. So sick of these, like, centrist ass niggas that are, like, kind of on the fence, but they want to retain everybody's eye to make themselves appear sensible. So this moment can't be used against them when they ultimately say, I don't technically feel bad for the way things went, in the sense that he had horrible ideology. And maybe some of that rhetoric was unfortunate that it happened to him, but invited in a certain context. All this ideology about this shit is literally just conversation pieces to make sure that you appear sensible to everybody. And that's just not gonna happen in moments where you moments where you claim to vehemently disavow certain behavior, talking points, and ideologies. If that's really where you stand, you're not going to be looking at this from a position of, oh, well, you know what I'm saying? It was a life lost, so I shouldn't see nobody, you know what I'm saying, looking at this and smiling, or looking at this and being like less worried. Like, what are you talking about? You need a break because you're on a platform where you're paid to talk about violence that happens to other people. And this is making you upset because you're realizing in this moment, this is fucking dehumanizing your shit. Niggas writing I love you on your face, giving wings to you, and putting a fucking sombrero on and mustache on your lip. The fuck? Got a fan club on your head. I didn't live my entire life having to move a certain way because of, you know, parental fear and guardian fear of what the police will do to me if I'm seen past a certain hour. I've had to do certain things and move certain ways just based off someone maybe owning a shop that isn't the same ethnic origin as me, and parents or guardians being afraid of how they'll respond if you're in their store too long and you haven't had anything in your hand and you haven't gone to the register yet. I feel like we've all lived completely different lives based off of, you know, the way this country perceives us. And they don't get to tell you what you should react to and how you should react to it when they've lived a life of privilege this entire time. Never feel bad, never argue back and forth, never justify why you feel the way you feel. You don't need to. You don't need to. Because you don't get it. You don't understand. And to me, like I said, me personally, even if I didn't understand, I don't know what the fuck trans people go through. I don't know what the fuck women go through, to the extent that I could like talk about it at length and be like an advocate to a very strong degree. Why would I be debating them on what the fuck it is that they feel in this regard? Like, what am I supposed to tell you? I'm gonna just be quiet and let you have that one. What do I know? These are the niggas. They come out and they try to speak for everyone and talk to you about how you should feel. Bitch, talk about yourself. Talk about how you feel. Speak for yourself. Out of everybody that I've seen, this is the one I feel least bad for. I gotta get a soundbite from him somewhere. I don't know where I'm gonna take it from, but I gotta take something from him.
This is such bullshit. I've never been so pissed in my whole life.
Yeah, I gotta get something from bro. He way too red. He way too mad. I gotta get something off, bro. I don't know where it's gonna be, but I'm gonna figure it out. It's gonna be permanently added to the little soundboard and shit. I gotta take something from bro. On God. I was 1 year off. I said his neck looked like the neck of a 23-year-old yesterday. I was 1 year off. I was 1 year off.
If you read this, you are gay.
Why is he reading this out loud? Y'all seen Luigi's Twitter from before talking about making bitches go bug mode? Why do these niggas have quotables? Why do the killers have quotables?
You have been selected.
I know this nigga didn't. Yo, alright. Yeah, man. My boy dressed like a... You got killed by a nigga that dressed like a Target employee recreationally. He not on his way to work or nothing. He just in the crib dressed like this. Like, these are his comfort clothes. Spencer Cox, C-O-X.
We got him. On the evening of September 11th.
Well, okay. First of all, don't give yourself too much credit. I hate when this happened to me in 2018, bro. I almost got arrested. Well, I won't say almost got arrested. I got in an altercation at some place. Some words were said. Police report was filed. When they caught up with me, they said, you know what? We never would have found you, but we got this type of information. I'm like, what information did you get? He's like, I found some videos of you online. And I'm like, nigga, okay, like that, you had a software do your job for you. This isn't the result of police work. If I decided to really change up my whole makeup and try to evade you niggas, like it would be over with in a second. That's what you're telling me right now. A whole software came up with your whole design right now, and you taking credit for it. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me, bro. Just stop. Anyway, all I'm saying is when shit like this happen and you have a nigga's dad who y'all are saying turned him in, then to be like, for the first 5 seconds of this like brief, we got him? You didn't get shit. He walked up there. What do you mean? Why can't there ever be like a completely smart all around, like I thought of everything ass nigga, bro? Why? You mean to tell me you had enough foresight and prior thought to be like, you know what? I know where he's going to be. I know what my low is going to be. I'm great with this gun. One shot, hitter quitter. He's out. I'm getting away. Nobody, I did some Metal Gear Solid shit and jumped off a roof. Nobody saw me, even though they did. They didn't act on me. and then I go home to communicate on Discord? What did you even escape for? Why did you even, you should have just stayed there if that's what you was gonna do. What? Why are you even telling niggas that weren't there this? Somebody gotta crack a smile at these quotes. He about to break, I know it.
You are gay,
Come on.
LMAO.
He wanted to do it. I see his face. I see his fucking face. Okay, you broke character. I got you. It's too late. Yo, anybody brown? I bet not ever hear you say nothing about going to Valhalla.
Rest now, brother. We have the watch. And I'll see you in Valhalla.
Nigga, they are not letting you in, gang. What are you talking about? I'll see you in What? All right, bro. Nigga think we in a Game of Thrones episode. If you don't get the pat on the shoulder, oh my God. Yo, how do you even do that? Minorities that be working with a lot of white people, you have to let me know this. When they give you the congratulatory pat on the back or the shoulder, you don't feel like you also are attached to a chain? Just let me know. You just have to let me know. I gotta get some insight there. I would feel like I'm being pulled in another direction. You have to let me know.
I want you to look at how Utahns reacted the last 2 nights. There was no rioting. There was no looting. There were no cars set on fire.
What are you gonna riot against? You just got shot. What would the protest be for? Your man got killed by the son of a family that I'm pretty sure is just pretty much Republican conservative. What is there to protest here? This is friendly fire. What are you talking about? Why the fuck would you what would there be to protest? What outrage would you possibly have when you are again still in a politically advantageous position?
There's no violence. There were vigils.
Oh my God. This is amazing. If you say anything about January 6th, they're gonna be like, why are you bringing up old shit? Why are you talking about the past? That's got nothing to do with this. It has everything to do with this.
And prayers.
Your president just... When did the pardon happen for everybody that stormed the Capitol? That's such a crazy thing to even say. Like, storm the Capitol sound like some shit that would have happened in the 1950s. Everybody that was initially suspected of having done something like this, they had black people in mind, gay people in mind, any minority that they could get their hands on in mind. Hopefully an immigrant is what they were thinking in mind. I saw all types of takes and suspects, and we think that this person obviously did it. Obviously somebody on the left. Hell, Levi, I thought that, low key. But now that they see the actual suspect and where he comes from, it's like nothing. Nothing to continue to justify that level of disdain, hatred, profiling, just nothing.
Because we can always point the finger at the other side.
No, you can't. Why do you keep saying this? For some years, for as long back as I can remember, it's been one side. Y'all are fucking crazy. This is so crazy to me because this is the least responsible anyone has felt, or this is the least level of responsibility any group of people have felt to place on the quote-unquote leader of this country. Like, despite you having to go through so many channels to get laws passed and get whatever methods that you want, like, complete, like, you're still a very important figure in this whole operation. And for everybody on that side to basically demand nothing, no level of responsibility or no level of, like, care when it comes to making a statement, Trump could at least come out and be like, all right, bro, like, y'all gotta chill the fuck out at this point. Like, we gotta, you know, lock in. Master yourself. He's committed to the division. They don't have any level of responsibility when it comes to Trump when we're talking about, like, a leadership position. And I don't just mean leading their side. I mean leading the entire country down a peaceful path. He's not interested in that. They're not either, but nobody even holds him to the standard. Like, the left doesn't expect him to be accountable. They don't expect him to do anything. And the right doesn't want him to because it just feeds into this, this war narrative. I mean, I think what the right should also understand is, like, Trump doesn't have allegiance to any of these niggas, bro. He doesn't give a fuck about these people. For Trump, Charlie Kirk is a means to an end in terms of adding to his political influence, his political power. That's it. Well, whoever Charlie's replacement is gonna ultimately end up being is gonna be the same thing to Trump. You're not in the cool crowd with these niggas, bro. Y'all don't have a special bond. It's none of that. I don't fuck with Charlie Kirk, but he didn't give me you can walk up to me and just start whooping my ass type vibe, type energy. Ben Shapiro, I don't know if he's gonna be respected in the same way. I'm gonna just be honest. It's something about his vibe that just don't ooze enough like confidence and self-assuredness in my opinion to really like drive those dark-seated, deep-seated hatred messages to home. You know, it just doesn't hit the same way. Right now, right-wingers are getting people who celebrated Charlie Kirk's death to get fired by mass reporting their posts to the place they work at. I mean, let's be honest though, okay? We can agree that people who have a very like I don't know what you want to say, like, or people who are basically kind of like laughing at the situation or not taking it too seriously, they shouldn't have their reactions policed, especially if they're a part of the group that was basically put in danger and put in harm's way by the words and the rhetoric that was spread by people like Charlie Kirk. But if you have a job and you have a social media that your job can easily identify and you're making tweets and laughing and joking, you a dumbass. I'm not gonna lie. What the fuck do you think they're gonna use when you wanted this? Like, I just feel like you might as well use, like, you know, a burner account. You can use a burner and they can't trace it or find it 9 times out of 10. Like, what the fuck are you doing tweeting off your personal account? Like, that's just dumb.
If you thought that my husband's mission was powerful before, you have no idea.
Is she declaring war? Did he pass her the baton?
You have no idea what you just have unleashed across this entire country.
Oh, that's what she's doing. It's a war cry.
In this world, you have no idea.
Unleashed.
You have no idea the
unrivaled
fire that you have ignited within this wife.
Cringe. All it is just for Tom McDonald to use a part of this as a sample in a rap video.
The cries of this widow will echo around the world like a battle cry.
Whoa, I was right. Didn't I just say it was a war cry? Holy shit. But who's the fight against is my only question. Like, this is my only, like, who are you fighting right now? Like, who's the war cry? Like, where's the war gonna be at? Because you know who did this. They've been captured. They've been apprehended. The investigation is still underway. You know the background. Who are you about to fight right now? I don't get that. You gotta make the mental gymnastics of your next target make most sense to me, because there is literally nowhere for you to direct your anger right now. Like, nowhere. I mean, nobody deserved to see it, but at the end of the day, like, I don't have to feel bad that this happened. And now that you are going on this crusade against whoever, in your attempt to try to show strength, you're proving why some memes and internet jokes aren't going to affect the overall point that he represented and that he stood for. So thank you for confirming what I've been saying this whole time, and that people shouldn't be berated because they're memeing him getting sniped across the map. Like, I get it, but at the end of the day, it's like, that didn't stop nothing.
It will not die.
And see, it's shit like this. Like, people were looking for and waiting for an opportunity to act on behalf of someone they felt was victimized in this instance. And this is obviously a tragedy. This is obviously a bad thing that they see happen, but they're looking for an excuse to pounce on something or someone anyway. And now that she's given that quote unquote call to action, boom, this is our opportunity. Trump did the same thing with January 6th. He used a certain type of verbiage to let his audience and his following know, hey, yeah, get in that shit and go crazy. And once I get in there at some point, all you niggas is gonna get pardoned. And then when something does happen again, they'll feign ignorance and be like, we're above it. We don't respond in the same way that they do. They're doing this for no reason. They're crazy. They're nuts. They're weird.
That you come to America Fest in December. Sign up right now for that, because we would love to see you. I would love to see you.
Bro, what? This is so weird. Put an ad on your husband's, like, on this whatever this is supposed to be, this little memorial message, despite the fact that nobody, you know what I'm saying, minority-wise was involved, HBCUs still had to close down operations because they were threatened.